Welcome to the Nightly Nuge. Last week, Ted, one of the topics that you talked about generically was the health of America, how the American Medical Association and the CDC and some of these other organizations have literally thrown good health out the window to promote bad health. I really don't even know where to go with this next topic, Ted. The American Medical Association has decided that testing us for body mass index, which is your weight, is no longer appropriate from a medical standpoint because it's racist, does not take into account things like diversity and cultural background. I didn't know that fatness was a diversity issue.
You want to define racism, find a government bureaucracy that will claim blubber is an African-American culture indicator. When I've been to Africa many, many times, I've been to the Sudan, I've been to Botswana, I've been to Zimbabwe, I've been to South Africa, I've lived with the natives. There are no fat native African. They are lean, mean hunting machines. So once again, the government bureaucracies are so dishonest. They are immoral in their racism, claiming that over-barbecued fat Black people is a cultural indicator when it's actually just the opposite. The Black heritage is that of hunters and gatherers and runners and warriors who have always been muscular and lean. They've always been my heroes musically and culturally. That's the African culture, not Fat Albert. That is a disgusting, disrespectful misrepresentation of the African-American culture. It breaks my heart to see this kind of rampant racism by our own government bureaucracies. And in doing so, they're making the minorities less healthy, actually sicker, and causing them to die prematurely. The government health agencies are actually perpetuating the early death of Blacks by promoting unhealthy, life-threatening lifestyles in total contrast to the true African-American culture of warrior, hunter, self-sufficient, rugged individuals. Keith, this is racism on steroids. Al Not So Sharpton can't beat this racism.
You know, Ted, I'm going to give you the final word here, but it seems to me that everything that's coming out of mainstream media these days is look at this while they're hiding this.
Yeah.
It's like we'll accept dumb kids. We're going to pass them anyway because they can't read and write. Even though overweightness is an epidemic, instead of trying to fix the problem, we're going to say, oh, no, it's okay. And when somebody fat shames, there's some places where they've made that a crime now. Instead of people wanting to look good, they've just got the 300-pound Victoria's Secret models. I mean, Ted, final word on the matter. I mean, what in the world is the next step for we the people to basically uncover this dilemma?
You know, there's a lot of ugliness. There's a lot of cruelty. I think our government and all those, especially the health industry, is just cruel by accepting deadly lifestyles as the norm. It's not the norm. On a positive note, I spend time with people from every imaginable walk of life, and I start with my family. Have you seen Shemaine lately? Have you seen my sons, Toby and Rocco and Fleetwood? My daughters, Louisa and Sasha and Heather and Chantel. My kids are absolute Bruce Lee warrior athletes because they care about their health, which means they won't force everybody else to pay for their health care. And this is a growing upgrade. We have discovered certain things. I'm going to go ahead and promote a couple of things. SentryH2O.com is a water processing. It's like a filtering product, but it actually fortifies your water. It's a simple little canister that goes under the sink. Sentry, SentryH2O.com. We'll put it on the screen. And also fieldofgreens.com. And I'm promoting these products because health is everything. I'm getting ready to have the greatest tour of my life. I've got to be Bruce Lee meets, Coach Cheese meets Crazy Horse, meets Ted Ted Nugent. I got to get out there and rock my flame-throwing balls off, which means I've got to take good care of myself. I'm getting ready for the greatest hunting season of my life. I've got to be able to go through the swamp and climb the trees and drag the bucks. So I take care of myself. And those are two simple things. Good water, lots of it. CenturyH2O.com, just a company that went ahead and cleaned all the water in East Palestine, Ohio. That's how I heard of this company. They cleaned the water in East Palestine after that government-caused train derailment poisoned everything. So that kind of entrepreneur I support. Same with fieldofgreens.com. These are products that Shemaine and I use and my family uses. And if you go to these websites, I'm telling you, you can be healthier within days. And I've always raised hell about this too, Keith. Examine what you're buying at the grocery store. If you can't pronounce it, it's not food. If you can't pronounce the ingredients, it's not real soap. It's not real shampoo. You don't need chemical warfare in your houses. And people have been brainwashed to pursue a dangerously deadly, life-threatening, unhealthy lifestyle because of the marketing of chemicals to us. Clean your house of chemicals, have good water in maximum quantities every day, and have these Field of Green supplements. And obviously venison and wild game is the only reliable meat left anymore. So a healthy lifestyle starts with caring about your health so you don't have to squalor about damage control health care. Quality control starts with caring about your health. Damage control is relying on a government failed healthcare system. It's so simple, it's heartbreaking, Keith.
Well, last week, Ted, you talked a lot about politics. You went through a bunch of potential candidates, both sides of the aisle, recognizable names. I want to get into some specifics with you tomorrow when it comes to politics, most particularly what appears to be a bigger scandal than Watergate ever was, which is foreign money pouring in to the Biden family. That's tomorrow night right here on The Nightly Nuge.
Truth, logic, and common sense. Isn't it beautiful?